All right, Danita, Dr. Evan Morse, veterinarian from Warrensville Animal Hospital, pulling up my pants here. And who'd you bring with you?
This is Simba.
Well,
this is Simba. He's a little 12-week-old male Cocker Spaniel.
Beautiful dog.
He's living.
Happy to be here. Living the life. Living the life.
Okay, we're going to travel with our pets, say.
Sure.
To Grandma's house.
That's right.
What is the first thing we do? Take them to the vet?
Absolutely. A pre-vacation examination is critical. A lot of dogs just don't travel well. So there might be a need to tranquilize a dog for the car ride. There's also certainly a need to have the dog's nails trimmed, particularly cats, because cats will reach out of the carrier and they'll scratch anything that happens to be near them.
That's true.
And they also sometimes take their own claws and embed them in something, and they can rip out a claw or two.
Ooh.
So you want to have the claws, you want to give them a good bath. You want them nice and clean for the trip.
Give a cat a bath? You ever tried that?
Yes, we have. Right.
Oh.
And needless to say, some older dogs that are arthritic or that have epilepsy or diabetes or something, need to have special precautions for traveling.
Okay.
So,
is that the same? Does the same hold true if you're flying with your pet?
absolutely. In fact, flying might pose even more dangers. So, I mean, in spite of the fact that the airlines have taken great precautions, I spoke with United Airlines this past week, and they say that over 50,000 dogs and cats a year fly on that one particular airline. They say that even in the baggage hold, there's everything there except a flight attendant. So they're trying their best to make travel as nice and as comfortable as it can be. But still, flight does pose its own risk and dangers and stress.
Travel's got to be traumatic for a pet, whether it's by car or by plane, taking it out of its environment. Should you feed it regularly? Should you give it a vitamin?
Well, the important thing is when you do take a trip, always carry the dog's own water, because the water from a foreign place might have different bacteria, different pH.
Really?
So you have to carry a jug of own water from home, and certainly the pet's normal food. Stress, anxiety, tension, neurosis, all of these things accompany travel. And so just as you would make precautions for your child, the dog in unfamiliar places being handled, you want to have extra care.
Now, you brought a little carrying case here.
Right.
Is it a good idea for a pet to travel in something like this rather than roaming loose in the car? Certainly on a plane they have to.
Yes, even in a car, a large cavernous space just does not lend itself well to travel. A dog can bounce back and forth, can cause you to have an accident. They also want to have a tendency to put their head out of the window. And that poses lots of problems. There's flying debris, there's pollen.
Flying slobber coming back in the window.
Right. They can even sometimes try to even get out of the window. You want to be careful where you park in the shade. You don't want to leave them in the winter in the car unaccompanied. So I think planning and precautions. You want to take care and do all of the preliminary things prior to embarking on a trip. You don't just jump all of a sudden and put the dog in the car. You even have a seat belt.
Doggy seat
for your doggy. And
get out!
So if you don't want to get a carrier, then you at least have to get a seat belt for your dog. Cats certainly should be in a carrier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because cats are flying all around the car. Now, you talked about tranquilizing. Is that a good idea or is that a bad idea? Does it depend on the age of the pet?
Under most conditions, I would not recommend it.
Really?
But there's some dogs that are so hyper-excitable. We just talked about attention deficit disorder. I think some of these dogs might have ATD because they don't want to sit still. No. So you want to use a mild tranquilizer, certainly in the dosage as recommended by your veterinarian. It prevents drooling and it prevents vomiting. So more than just calming them down, it prevents these physiological upsets.
You don't like them, though?
I don't particularly care for tranquilizers. It's unnatural, and only in severe extreme circumstances would I recommend tranquilizing.
So a little whiskey in their water.
Now, what about when you get to somebody's house and they're in a whole big house that they have no idea where they are? Are there any tips for...
Yeah.
I took Bob the Wonder Dog with me to my mother's house, and he urinated on her stepson's boots or something. It was really disgusting. So what do you do for that?
Most importantly, you want to make sure the dog is welcome. There are some places where dogs simply are not welcome.
True.
I mean, some people don't like dogs. Some people have allergies to dogs. Some people were bitten by dogs when they were young. They have a phobia. Also, there are lots of motels that don't allow dogs, theme parks, national parks. So the important thing is in advance, make sure your dog is as welcome as you are. Now, with that being the case, you certainly do not want to bring a dog into a new environment and feed it immediately. because there's physiological pressures and some unpleasant things
Comes right back up.
The best time to feed a dog is about an hour after the last play period of the evening. So that's something you want to bear in mind.
Okay.
Also, you want to carry things to kind of accompany these. Yes, you want to have a squirt bottle, and you want to have paper towels, and
little
just
bit of
like I
rug
have
cleaner.
right here. You always keep them with you. Always handy, just in case Simba tries to do something unpleasant there.
Well, thanks
There we
for
are.
being with us.
Thanks,
Simba, it was
Simba.
nice meeting you. Nice to see you, Dr. Morse.
My
Good
pleasure.
to have you with us.
The rule we
Thank
live
you.
by in the Johnson home is not everyone loves our dogs like we love them.
I understand, but we love them.
We do.
That's why they
Yes.
go in and poop all over the carpet. Okay.